Melodia's Home and Gardens. Today we are going to be doing a mini tour of sorts. So I'm going to show you how we have transformed my garden, my vegetable garden, from just an empty landscape to what it is now. Of course, you've seen the plan in the previous video, and if you haven't seen it, go ahead and look at the channel and you will see the video listed down there, the one about if you plan to fail, do not watch this. Go ahead and watch that, and you will see how we worked with the Farmer's Almanac garden planner, and then you will see how I translated that plan into the plot that we have now. So we will now go in the garden and you will see what we've done so far. Come along with me, you're in for a treat today. So today I have everybody in the garden helping me out, and as you can see, it's coming together nicely. Look what the kids did. They made my garden path for me on that side, on the entrance, and they made my little circle patch right here that I want. And as you can see, they are hard at work. Don't let Spencer sitting down fool you. He's just taking a break. And Puppy has been helping, but he's sitting behind Kanisha taking a break. Look at him. Now they're planting beans. We're gonna have trellises right here for you to walk through. So they're planting some beans that need trellises. So look at all the work they've done so far. There's Gabby, hard at work. Yep. Planting. My kiddos are gardening. Shady, I look like tree to you? Okay. This is just taking a break, but he dug out all the holes. He tilled all the patches, and he did some holes down there for me all the way across. I already planted my gungo peas. Let's see if I can get a shot of it real quick. See them? I think you can see them. Wherever you see those little black holes, yes, those are all gungo trees going all the way across. He already dug those, and he dug out this pepper patch for me where all my peppers are gonna be. That's my little pepper patch. And he dug out my little callaloo patch. That's where my callaloos are gonna be. I planted some already. So when I planted them here, all of them here, because the seeds are so fine. So when they come up, I can thin them and transplant to make a big patch of the callaloos. Because planting those individual seeds, oh my goodness. So I just sprinkled them all over. Some people will go ahead and pick them out, but those seeds are so tiny. They're tiny like mustard seeds. Okay, back to work. Okay, so another wonderful day of gardening done. Look at all the work I've done so far. Well, all the work we've done so far. See, we put in one of the walkways and made my little circle up there. We planted our pole beans, green beans, so that they can run on the trellis. That's going to be right here. And I put in my cucumber patch and zucchini. There's going to be a trellis right here for them to run on. This is a patch of, these are some callaloo seeds. Thanks, Camille. These are still your seeds from 2 years ago or 3 years. Hopefully they grow. These are some cauliflowers that I have growing here. So hopefully I'll get some nice big cauliflowers. And Puppy is just in the midst of everything. And over here, of course, we have the tomato patch going really good. Yep. And this is my pepper patch over here. I have some hot habaneros over here in this back row, and they look beautiful. My beautiful peppers. And these are sweet peppers growing here. I'll put in some more peppers as we go along, like banana peppers, that kind of stuff. You can if you want to. Instead of wasting it, just wet the whole thing. And then this is some Scotch bonnet peppers I just planted. And thanks Shauna Gay. Shauna Gay mailed these to me from New Jersey. So I planted them 2 years ago, a year ago, and they grew. So I still had some leftover seeds. So I planted them. So hopefully, I'm hoping they will spring in about 2 weeks. And then all the way over here, and this is close to my back door, so this is why I planted these over here. This is going to be my herb bed. All of this is for the herbs. So this is some parsley. Already have the parsley in. And this is one of my mint I already have growing. Yes! So I can do some mint tea. Wonderful mint. So that's what we did today. And of course, the gungo peas that we planted along the fence line at the back. That's Kenisha enjoying herself, watering the garden bed. I don't know what she's doing, but she's enjoying herself. And Gabby, what are you doing? She's putting another bean in. Okay, girl. So there you have it. Oh my God, Ken! What do we have here? Those are your beans that you planted. Oh my God! Look at them, honey bun. You have a green thumb. Ken, is this the first thing you've ever planted?
No.
What did you plant? Liar. Gabby, is this the first thing you've ever planted? Where are your beans, Gabby? Are you proud of your beans? Oh, look at her beanies! Look at her babies! I remember when you put this one in, Gabby, especially this one. It was your last one you planted. Oh my God, they're all sprouted! Ah, they look so good. Well, let's see if any Scotch bonnets came up. I can't tell, but I think this might be a Scotch bonnet, or it might be grass. I don't know. First thing, as you come in the gate, you will notice that we have our grape here. This was strategically planted so that it would, there it is, so that it would run along the fencing and create this beautiful garden arch as you walk in. So I have 3 of those planted along the fence line. Then, of course, remember where we had on the plan the walkways? So we've done one of the walkways. We've lined one of the walkways so far. And as we go along, you'll see as it transforms into more than just a grass patch. Those are just stones that we picked out of the ground as we were tilling. And those will be used to line walkways also. So you see everything in the ground, everything in the earth. Pappy, what are you doing over there? What are you doing? Are you gardening? Okay, so you can see everything in the ground is beneficial. So here you can see our bean. They have come up. Over here we have some strawberries we haven't put in the ground yet, but this will be a little strawberry patch right here as you walk in. That's for Kenisha. That was her request. And we have some marigolds, which of course in a previous video I told you were beneficial plants. They keep some bugs away, and of course aesthetically they make the garden look wonderful. And over here, these rows here, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of potatoes. As you can see them, these first 4 rows here, these are potatoes. These are some onions we planted, some red onions and some white onions. And I forgot the type of onions these are. These are yellow in color, but I'll have the labels out here in a few. So we have 3 different types of onions planted here, and as you can see, they are growing in nicely. They're all coming up nicely. So when we come back in a few weeks and everything has filled in, you'll see. Now we have some peppers. We have some sweet peppers, we have hot peppers, and as you see here, my Scotch bonnets that I planted in the beginning have begun to grow up wonderfully. There they are. They're coming up wonderfully. And we have some other hot peppers back there. Now, so this is the pepper patch. And as we walk over here, you'll see all these are tomatoes. This is the tomato bed. And I actually have my first tomatoes. Poppy, do you want to show them the tomatoes? You want to show them the tomatoes? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Here they are. Right here. The tomatoes. See? Poppy loves the tomatoes. He loves them. He loves the tomatoes. Yes, Poppy. So we have 2 tomatoes on this plant right here already. And as you can see, they are doing wonderfully. And they're not even half the height that they're going to be. So we come over here. There's a couple extra tomatoes over here. But this is my spice garden. This is going to be Spiceville. This is where I've planted all my herbs. So this is lavender, and Pappy loves the garden. It's his favorite place to be. When we get dressed, when he sees me putting my garden shoes on, he gets so excited to come outside. Look at him. He loves the different smells of all the plants. He just loves the scents, especially the herbs. He just comes over here, and I think he tries to eat the mint sometimes too. So this is lavender. You love the lavender, Pops? It smells so delicious. Smell it. Poppy, you smell it? Okay. So that's lavender. And this here is my Greek oregano. Beautiful. This here, as you can see, is my pineapple sage. And actually a piece of this broke off and I brought it inside and it has beautiful roots. I will show you that on another series where I show you how you can save your plants if they ever break. This is my parsley. Guys, if you ever saw this parsley when we just planted it, it looked like it was not going to make it, but look at it. It is coming up nicely and we love parsley, right Pops? Right Pappy? We love parsley. This is a purple basil and it's doing wonderfully. This is thyme. Now I love thyme. I will plant a whole bunch of thyme. This one here is my German thyme. This one here is my lemon thyme. This one is my another German thyme. And this here is English thyme. And over here, these I planted from seeds, and this is just common thyme. And if you look closely, you will see the little greenery that you see there in between the black. That's the thyme popping up. And as they grow, because the seeds are so tiny, as they grow, I will come out here and I will thin them. And over here, I have this unfortunate thing that happened. I had a beautiful aloe vera plant inside and it has never seen outdoors. And I took it and I planted it out here and it got scalded. So what I did, I cut it all the way off down to the roots, and I'm going to see if it will sprout again after I killed it practically. Over here is my collection of mint. And mint is very prolific, so it is going to take over this entire area here. But since we love a lot of mint, I don't mind it taking up this whole part of the bed. Here we have our peppermint. And you can tell the difference with the peppermint because of the rich red color of the stems and also in the leaves. Over here, you can see that we have my chocolate mint, and look at the brown color of the stems. Yes, and you can see the brown veins in the leaves, and it's doing so well. Now if we walk over here, following this beautiful lady in the pink, who's hiding herself. I didn't get her face. I know she would not be happy. These are some Jamaican. Who can guess what these are? Can you guess? Can you guess it? I'll give you time to guess what these are. What are these? Did you get it right? Did you get it right? Let's see. These are Jamaican pumpkin. And you see I have a lot of them. So if you're watching my channel and you want some pumpkin suckers, doesn't matter where you are, unless you're in Jamaica, you probably wouldn't need them. I will send you some of my Jamaican pumpkin suckers. I will give away like 3 of them. If you want Jamaican pumpkin, I have plenty. Now we go over here to my corn bed. I am planting my corn in succession, so I've just planted some seeds inside. Oops, sorry about that. I planted some seed inside, and I will probably be rethinking this bed, because if you notice, it gets a lot of shade over here. Corn doesn't need shade, so I'll probably move these and put them further back, because I'll be clearing out this part right here, and I'll put the corn further back there, because if you notice, I have this huge tree here and it's providing this wonderful shaded area here. So I'll be moving this down to the rows down further back, and that's where the corn bed will be, over there in the full open sun. Now I'll probably turn this into my lettuce area, because and that's what happens when you're gardening too. Sometimes you plan on the computer, but when you come out and you see the landscape and you see how things are shaded, how the water drains and all those things, you will probably want to change your plan accordingly. So right now I'll be changing. This is cauliflower. I have 4 of them, and as you can see, they're growing nicely, and that is because I planted them in the shade. They love cooler areas, so I'll be putting like all my cabbage, lettuce, all that stuff will take up this entire area that you see here that has this beautiful shade. Up here I have some iceberg lettuce, and they're struggling a bit, probably because they're getting more sun than they really need. And over here, this is also another type of lettuce. This is a leafy lettuce that I planted, but if you notice, they didn't really come up. I think I see 1 sprout, and lettuce doesn't take that long. This is my spinach crop, and you can see it's growing nicely. So over here is my callaloo. And oh no, this is the marigold that I planted. These are marigolds, and as you can see, they are coming up nicely also. I have some other marigolds to plant because I want a lot of those to protect my plant. And this is where the callaloo is, and I can see quite a few plants, quite a few of them coming up nicely. And once I determine what's weed and what's callaloo, I can then go ahead and thin them and plant them into rows. So that's great. That's my Jamaican callaloo. Over here we have, this is a row of cucumbers. The front is the cucumber, and as you come to the back, these are some squash. I'm not sure if this is zucchini or it is the yellow squash, but we'll see when it starts to bear fruit. See, it's already flowering, so we will be getting plants pretty soon as they are flowering. These are leftovers, and I will definitely be planting them. The reason why I don't plant everything at the same time is because you don't want to reap everything at the same time. So they'll have different growing periods, and I can reap at different times. Some of these are squash and cucumbers. Some are doing well, some not so well. So I'll come in here and I'll hill these, and when I say hill them, I mean put some soil up around the roots and they will start doing better. I'll give them a shot of fertilizer too. And These are also some, I'll tell you what these are specifically. These are butternut squash, and we really love butternut squash. And these are cucumbers, and they're not doing very well. So I'll be coming out to take care of those later. These are some okras that I sowed the seeds, and they have come up nicely. These are okras without the vein. These are a hybrid veinless okra, and as you can see, they really did well in germination. This is a bush bean I just planted, and it's already popping up. Thank you so much for coming along on this little mini tour with me today. Looking around, you can see the garden is taking shape nicely, and I couldn't be more happy. And thank you for coming on this journey with me. Now, if you haven't yet, go ahead and like this video. Why haven't you liked my video? Okay, anyway, like this video and share it, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and encourage your family and friends to do so. Follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. And again, once the garden starts growing up, we will come back and show you. Oh, and before I forgot, I am standing right here in my beet patch. This is my beet patch. You can feel the beet. Ah! Okay, stop it. Come on, puppy. You feel the beet? You can feel the beet. We just wanted to pick you up. Okay, you want to say goodbye?
Yes, it gives me a good inspiration.
Bye-bye. We love you. Say love you. No? There you go. Give him some love. Give him some love, puppy. Not me. All right. So bye-bye. Toodaloo.